What's up, chat? Um, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Eli, why are you recording on your shitty PC? It has, like, no quality. Well, it's because usually, I use my phone for recording videos and narrating. But here's the thing. It's broken right now. After multiple occurrences of dropping it, I have realized that it is broken beyond repair. And I'm broke, and I don't have enough money to repair it. So usually, I would have to use my old phone for recording and narrating videos. That's what I've been doing these past couple videos. The problem is, I can't find it anywhere. Because my house is so cluttered that I can't find shit. And trust me, I've tried to find a few other stuff. This is the only room in my house that's not cluttered. So, yeah. And the only thing I could find for recording is my PC. And my PC just so happens to have some pretty bad quality. So don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. On top of that, my PC is also kind of broken. I don't know how it's broken. I don't know how it's broken either. I guess I'm just a klutz. Maybe I should improve at that. But, nevertheless, it's not like it's broken beyond repair. It still works for recording and stuff like that. It's all we have right now. And the mic usually doesn't work, but I had to install, like, a sort of extension that allows me to have, like, different mics, and I'm using something, I think it's called Realtek for this, and it's also something I can use for Discord, because my mic doesn't work on Discord either, except if I use that mic, it does. But the point of this video is, well, you've probably seen from the title, the worst coincidence that I've ever experienced in my life. Coincidences. They're one of the highlights in life. Sort of. Most coincidences you experience in life are good, and some of them are bad. And one may even be the worst coincidence that you've ever experienced in your life. Well, chat, I think I may have just experienced the most humiliating, the most shameful, and the most embarrassing coincidence, I don't know, my speech is kind of fucked, in my entire life. I'm actually really ashamed to admit this one. At the time I'm recording this, it is August 5th, and I'm not really sure why that matters. I don't know why I included it, but back in June, this is something I will actually admit. Back in June, I used to leak Bella, not Bella Chow, not Bella Porch, Bella the Wolf. I don't know if you know who that is or not. I used to leak her personal info in a group chat that I used to be part of called Jugcord, which I'm not part of anymore because, I don't know. I've been in controversy, which is stupid, I know, but I'm at least glad I have a few people on my side. But whatever, I'm getting backtracked. So, Jugcord. Back in June, for a couple weeks actually, I used to find out and leak Bella's personal info in the chat. And I didn't really, like, hack to find these, like, personal info folders or whatever they're called. But I did find these things called doxbins, which is basically documents on the web that contain personal info of certain people, including Bella the Wolf. Now, these people who have had their personal info leaked, doxed, they are usually people that are in controversy, and Bella the Wolf is one of them. And with this information finding, with these doxbins, right, I found a lot of information, including one that I could probably say on YouTube, and that is her full name, not including her middle name. Isabella Conde, or Conde, I don't know how to say it. It's spelled C-O-N-D-E. And when I first heard this name, I'm like, you know what? This sounds awfully familiar. But it can't be her, right? And if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm gonna continue, okay? Stay with me. Well, some of the other things I found was where she lives right now. But another thing I found is where she used to live a couple years ago, I guess. Or like a year ago or something. I don't know. You know what I mean. Like, I don't know. What's the best way to explain this? Like, I found her personal info. I found where she used to live. I found all the places where she used to live. Okay, let's just put it that way. She actually did live in a few places before, which I'm obviously not going to get into detail, because obviously I'll get striked on YouTube, I will be demonetized. Because here on this platform, you cannot say personal info without getting demonetized or striked. Obviously, everyone knows that. Well, remember when I said that the name I found sounded similar to another person that I used to know? That name sounded familiar, right? Well, let's go back a little bit. So let's do a flashback to when I was in 6th grade. So this whole thing started when I was like in late 5th grade, but we're just gonna start at 6th grade because this was the highlight of the story. So I was friends with this guy named Andrew, and he went by Andre. And at this time, I lived in Windsor, so the school system is different. It doesn't start in August. School doesn't start in August. It actually starts in September, down in Canada, or up in Canada, or whatever. Again, my speech is kind of flipped today. And one thing you need to know, okay? This was Windsor. And when I found the Doxbin, I realized that Bella the Wolf did live in Windsor as well. The same place that I used to live. She actually lived in a sort of remote area, kind of. I don't know. But obviously, I can't say the address because, I'll get striked. Also, correction from a few seconds ago. The place where she used to live actually isn't that remote. It's actually not that far from my school, or my old school, which isn't that remote. And though Bella didn't go to the same class as me, we both knew each other because at the time of this thing, I was actually best friends with Andre, who was Bella's brother, Bella the Wolf's brother. Which I'm not even kidding at that statement. I'm not even kidding. Using Doxbin, I was able to find this out. And if it doesn't seem like that right now, just stay with me. Honestly, I think I'm gonna talk a little bit slower because I'm stuttering a lot today. I don't know why. Probably because I didn't get a lot of sleep. But that's not an excuse. Anyway. So, me and Andre were best friends. We hung out a lot. We did a lot of, ding-dong ditching. Which is something I don't condone. But it's that kind of friend group, if you know what I mean. If you don't get what I mean. Okay. Stay with me. Stay with me. Um, I was best friends with Andre. Um, and after a while, I got the courage to be able to hang out at his house, and we played video games and we just chilled a lot. We basically just hung out, had a good time, that kind of stuff. It was a nice friendship. Um, well, a lot of the times his sister would be there, and she's Isabella, and we're not talking about just some random girl named Bella. We are indeed talking about Bella the Wolf. I didn't know this at first. I legitimately did not know this. Because, obviously, I don't even think she had a channel back then, honestly. I don't even think she was that, known. I think she was known a little bit on TikTok, but that's about it. But this was getting close to winter time, and this was actually a little bit before I had to move to New York. So nothing really happened, until January 24th, 2024. I thought it was 2025, but 2024. And that was the day I had to move to New York from Windsor. And that was the last day I hung out with Andre or Bella. And I actually was friends with Bella a little bit, like Bella. Her. Because we kind of got to know each other as well. We didn't get to, dating or anything, which is good. Because then that would make the coincidence 100 times worse. But stay with me. So, and just so you know, the story isn't fake. I'm not making this shit up either. I'm legitimately saying that this is a coincidence that I wish never happened, but happened. And I'm ashamed to admit it, but I guess I didn't know it better. Anyway, I moved to New York, right? Actually, a couple days before I moved to New York, I got Andre on my contacts, and I was actually good friends with Bella as well. So I added her on Discord with an account. My account that I use, my main account right now, is not that, but I used another account on Discord called Altakeen. And I used to chat with Bella a lot on Discord, but she didn't have the username Bella the Wolf or anything like that yet, because she didn't really have that much of a controversy. And she did have her channel Bella the Wolf, I think, on TikTok, but I guess she didn't really feel the need to tell me that that was her. And I didn't know who Bella the Wolf was back in late 2023. I don't think I knew who she was until like a few months later. Um, but we used to talk a lot on Discord, and I think her username was like Bella Plays or something. I don't really remember. But we used to chat a lot on Discord because, she knew that I was moving to New York. And I don't live in New York right now. I live in Detroit. I guess I moved a lot. I don't know. But she didn't know that she knew that I was moving to Discord. Okay, don't mind me. My brain turns off at random times. I think I'm slowly but surely getting dementia. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Alright? She knew that I was moving to New York. So, we chatted a lot, basically saying that, and basically she was saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you," and I'm like, "I'm gonna miss you too." I didn't know that she was Bella the Wolf at the time. Um, but fast forward, a few months later, and the Bella drama started. I think you know what I mean. The Bella the Wolf drama. This is around during summer. And I was hearing about it a lot, but, you know. And at this time, I was aware of the drama. And at this point, I was kind of starting to get suspicious, but I didn't think anything of it. Um, at this point, I didn't use Discord anymore, so I wasn't chatting with her anymore, but I was still chatting with her brother, Andre. Well, a few months later, during March 2025, I started going on Discord again with my new account, which is now the E-Lighters. And I don't use that account either anymore. I actually use my alternative account because my phone is broken, and I have to use my alternative account, which is the eLevers 2.0, which is basically the same as my old account. And I run a new server with it now, so make sure to join that. But here's the thing. Now I use Discord PC. And on my PC, I still have the Altakeen account. And for some reason, I had the suspicious feeling, this was during June when I started doxing her and stuff. And yeah, I'm talking about Bella. And I decided to sign into the Altakeen account because it was still open. I didn't even need to re-sign in. I just needed to switch accounts and go on that. And keep in mind, Bella was the only contact in the Discord. I didn't even run a server. I didn't even join a server. The only thing I did on that account was DM that one person, Bella. So for some reason, suspicion got the best of me. And I was still doubting that that was Bella. There's no way. But I just decided to check anyways. And to my horror, when you click on the profile picture, it says Bella Wolf. Now, I know her username because we had feuds a lot. And if you don't know her already, her username is _ Bella the Wolf, all lowercase. And that was the username on that DM. I'm not even making that shit up either. I'm not. Like, I'm not. Okay? I wish I was, but I'm not. Um, and, she didn't, ever say that I looked familiar or anything. She actually closed all of the DMs. I don't know why, she just did. I guess she stopped using her account for a while, and then she signed back in. I'm not exactly sure. That's the best theory I can come up with. But most likely, that's what happens when you start growing a community. I'm not really sure. I'm just as clueless as you viewers are, honestly. Um, but all I know is just the fact that that was the only DM open on that Discord account, and it was also the only DM open beforehand as well. That is how I knew that the coincidence was true. Um, and while I am ashamed of it, I do admit that I didn't know any better, and I didn't know that was Bella. So I don't know. Her personality was also kind of similar as well. Like, she often made like dark humor jokes or just like dirty jokes about stuff, and she was kind of like the type of person like rage bait, sort of like she did this thing that like called like rage baiting neighbors, or that's not what it's called, but that's what I called it. And it's where she used to like ding dong ditch stuff, ding dong ditching, you know. Um, and I don't know. I guess I didn't know back then that she was also making YouTube videos about killing soldiers, and the rage bait extended far beyond than what I thought it was. But nevertheless, the coincidence I found was true, and I had to find it one way or the other. And I found it via Discord. So yeah, I'm gonna be the first to admit that. Uh, please don't spread hate to me because this is true, and please don't cyberbully me in the comments. I didn't know any better, honestly. Honestly, you know what? Go ahead, cyberbully me in the comments. I don't care. Fuck you. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Expect more videos coming soon. Because I'm actually posting much more often now. Um, so yeah, expect more bangers. Such as the Heat Death of the Bone Sugar Gang, which I haven't started production of those videos yet, but I probably will soon once I get looking for my, I guess, quote unquote, new phone that I guess I just found in like a closet somewhere, but I lost it again, and I have to find it again. My house is so cluttered that I can't even find shit, so it's gonna be a hard work. But nevertheless, I hope this video meant something, and I hope this video was inspirational, even though it fucking wasn't. Um, it was actually terrifying to make. Because I have to address everything that I know I'm gonna get bullied for in the comments. And if this leads me to a controversy, I don't know. But that's gonna. I'm thinking of what other videos I can make as well. I'm making a video about Luke Davidson. I'm making another video about Mr. Did You Know Cat, and I'm also making a video about the Bone Shaker Gang. And I might also make videos about new upcoming dramas coming up as well. And I'm gonna at the same time the drama's trending more, so I don't accidentally milk the drama. So I hope you watched this video to the end. Make sure to like, subscribe. Peace out.